Before finding the right medication and the right dosage, I was really struggling with my bipolar disorder. In this animated video, I'm going to tell you my entire medication journey. In 2003, after falling from the 8th floor balcony, I was instantly paralyzed by my suicide attempt. Because of my paralysis, I had to be hospitalized for a month, during which I was prescribed antidepressant and antipsychotic medications. The amazing thing was, I was able to sleep after 2 weeks of being on the medication, whereas before my jump, I was unable to sleep for over 2 months. Before long, my appetite started to grow uncontrollably. Also, because I was bedridden, I put on 60 pounds in a very short amount of time. The side effects of my antidepressant were troublesome. However, the medication was working in terms of sustaining my mood. I was no longer suicidal. In 2005, I was able to return to university. Though I was not completely mentally well, I was able to achieve a good level of functional recovery. In 2006, I was once again admitted into the psychiatric ward because I was unable to sleep for 7 days. In the hospital, I was extremely psychotic, displaying many signature manic symptoms. I was then formally diagnosed with bipolar disorder 3 years after my suicidal attempt. As it turned out, it's common that a bipolar person might be initially misdiagnosed with depression. Because I was on the wrong medication for years, my illness came back. After the correct diagnosis, I was placed on lithium, which is often the first drug of choice to treat bipolar disorder. Aside from that, I was taking 2 other meds at the same time. I experienced a lot of terrible side effects. I was still very overweight, and on top of that, I had severe acne to the point where my face was disfigured. I had no interest to do anything. My ability to read and comprehend was affected. My mood was flat. I had no highs and no lows. I was an aloof and boring person. Falling asleep was difficult. My sleep was shallow, and after waking up the next morning, I didn't want to get up. On top of that, I had to deal with my spinal cord injury, and that was one of the most difficult periods in my life. I thought about giving up again for so many times. In 2007, my psychiatrist wanted me to switch to a new medication called Epival. It's a predominant treatment for people with epilepsies. To be honest, by that time I had tried so many medications that I had no faith in this new one, but I had always been a compliant patient. Months later, I got up one day and just felt like I was different. I couldn't explain why. I just felt like I was a different person, and I never experienced my inner state like that. As I continued to take my medication, my mental health got better and better, and one day I realized that it was the right medication that made me feel renewed. But one time, my pills came in a different color. Not knowing that they were double the dose of my previous color, I was taking the wrong amount of medication for over a month. During that time, I felt icky and I was moody. I was hungry all the time. I didn't want to exercise, and I gained 15 pounds by the end of the month. And after discovering the mistake, I went back to my regular dose and I became normal again after 2 weeks. Therefore, taking the right dose is also the key to recovery and mental health maintenance. Today, I'm still taking Epival and another medication called Seroquel. I take them religiously every day, and I know that I would never go off my medication, which is fine because I was born with a deficit. I do need ongoing treatment to maintain my mental health. I hope that you will also be open-minded about taking medication because they could also be the key to your recovery. Something like bipolar disorder is not gonna get better on its own. So we do need medication to treat our symptoms and as well as maintain our mental health. You can purchase a hard copy of my book Leap on all platforms that sell books, or you can download a free PDF from my website, nancysha.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider share and subscribe.